Welcome back, everyone, to the Elite Series League of Legends. On my side, I have still the wonderful bearded QG.
Yes. Oh, you also got a bit of beard. I actually realize now.
I had way more beard a few days ago, and then I shaved myself because it started to look like shit. But your beard looks beautiful. So yeah, enough talk about beards. We talk about other animals with a lot of fur because Rift Sloths are returning to the Rift against Aurora. Sorry. Um, so face off against one of the lower tiered teams in the standings, but I think this might still be a very interesting match coming up because I feel like with Sloths might, especially after this probably very tough week for the team, not necessarily be on the top of their game. Question
Well,
is how
yeah,
strong will Aurora be?
the question that I have, the weeks got delayed by a week, or did they just make
No.
the week on the end?
Basically, week 4 got delayed and we are continuing in week 5.
So this is the first game again. So they replay like it's the half of the split right now, right?
We are
I'm
now
right now.
basically in the second half of the split, yeah.
Yeah. So they already played against each other.
Yeah.
And they're also the whole day. I just realized because I was like, we have 8 teams, we have 7 games.
You have
Maybe I
7
missed something.
games?
7 games played.
Yes. That's
Yes, and
because week
so
4 got delayed.
yes, and therefore this is already the second
The second
time they
time,
play against each
a lot
other,
of
and
teams,
therefore
basically all the teams meet each other for the second
yes,
time. Exactly,
yes,
yeah.
because I remembered that Tawama already played against Adverse. But I wasn't sure. But yeah, these games were already played, and Rift took the upper hand against Aurora. So maybe they take it again. Well, the Rift slots are still kind of with the week off. They still had a lot of thoughts in their head, so still don't know how could they how should I tell this? How could they adapted to the thing in the country for a lot of players of
Yeah.
the sloths.
Yeah.
So
I find it kind of sad, to be honest, that something like this goes over the league, and of course has an impact on everyone. But yeah, the show must go on, is what we say in show business, and of course you can't delay it forever. So we are back here, and with Sloths has to compete against Aurora, and we see the first bands of this game coming in. Varus, Elise, and Ash on the side of Rift Sloth, so nothing really surprising. And against them, we see the Senna ban, which is kind of understandable, but because Rift Sloth and especially Batu has been pulling off a very good Senna during the first weeks, and then we have Caitlyn and Maokai, which are also kind of standard bans, and we see Sejuani first pick here for Leao in the jungle.
we see a Lucianami bot lane. I think it's one of the first I've seen so far in the Elite Series.
Yeah, I think Once Upon a Team pulled it once, and for the rest, it hasn't been played in the league. At least not that I'm aware of. And we immediately get the answer from Rift, and it is aggression going to be on the bot lane. Both bot lanes woke up this morning and chose violence, and that's what they will get. We have a Lucian Nami against Nautilus MF.
Yeah, the MF that really played strong on the LEC side of, I think it was on Monday, where G2 just steamrolled that game with Misfortune, and also Nautilus, who can lock up the Lucian. Maybe Lucian can dash away, but if the ult is hit, it's going to hit hard. So you actually have to take care on that.
I think it's definitely a good match for the Nami Lucian lane. The question is, what will it be paired up with? I think Sejuani is already also a great addition in terms of CC. What Rift is currently lacking most is damage, of course. Maybe they will go with a very strong, like a Fiora or something like that on the top lane. You already see bans against that basically on the side of Aurora now with the Jace and the Aurelia, which would have been two viable picks in terms of damage for the Rift top side. So of course you can't ban all of them.
Yeah, there's Cassiopeia going. Yeah, what will we see? Probably see top lane.
By the way, question for you, QG. Do you think they will, like, Riot will ever allow more than 5 bans? Because technically there are more and more champions coming out, and with that, bans are becoming more and more worthless, no?
No, but they already upped they added the second ban phase in, like, when did they add?
Yeah, but that was like years ago.
Yeah, I think 5 years ago. Am I wrong? 5 years? But it feels like an eternity that there were 3 bans. But yeah, maybe if we have more champs, we have more bans. But where do you put them in a strategic order? Now you have 3 picks and then 2 bans again.
Yeah.
Then 2 picks. What do? You do 2 picks, 2 bans. Maybe you can do 6 and you ban 2 champs.
Yeah, or you
Then you
just
pick
do
2
7.
champs, then you ban again 2 champs, and you pick 2 champs, and then you. No, it doesn't work like that. You ban 3 champs.
Anyways,
then,
let's get back to this champ select happening. We have the entire team comps ready on both sides. We see that we will have a Fiora on the side of Aurora, met by a Gwen on the side of SLOTHS, which of course will bring the AP damage to the team, as they have picked Yoni for the mid lane. And I'm really happy to see Bikan on the Yoni again, and I'm really looking forward to see him perform on it, because man, that performance on Yone in that one game that I don't know anymore who it was against, but it was just insane plays by Bikan. And yeah, also happy to see Lex on a new champion. He has been playing a lot of Jax up until now, so today we will see him on another champion. On the other side, Aurora. They have a Fiora, they have some damage in the mid lane with Yakali, they have the Lucian, Nami bot lane, of course, which is very aggressive. So who do you think won the draft?
Well, the team fight lies in the Rift slots here. The AoE they have and the follow-up damage they can do is probably going to be nasty. But you have cleanse on Lucian, so maybe that's going to be better here. Your split pushing is better on Aurora side with Fiora. Fiora is also pretty hard to team fight, so I think SLOTHS have to team fight upper hand here. But Akali against Yone, the matchup lies, I think, in Yone. I'm not that used to mid lane matchups. I think Yone should have the upper hand. They have a lot of AD damage. Aurora also has a lot of AD damage. But again,
Yeah. And I think
I'm very happy to see 3 melees on the top side, or 4 melees with a Sejuani comp, so she gets the stun out pretty fast. I was like that if you have a Sejuani and you go for 4 melees and the range, or you also go for at least top side melee, then you can put the passive on the dragon or on the Rift Herald. And yeah, I think Batu is going to lane against Fiora. He will crush her. Doesn't need an MF, so he's going to stay topside. No, of course I'm joking. He just came to ward and to CC for Yon and Sejuani if there's an invade. And yeah.
yeah, very silent first minute of this game. No crazy invades or stuff like that.
Yeah, if you invade it into an Fiora who W's your Nautilus Q, then you stun probably everyone, and therefore it's not a good option to invade here. But there's maybe some cheesy stuff, cheesy stuff here. But Batu already got
Ooh, very early engage there from with Sloths on the bot lane. They immediately want to get some damage out. Ignite is even ticking there, but Batu does get some damage in return there as well.
Well, the trade is won by the Rift Sloths. For now, they got the they got the cleanse out and the heal out from Aurora. Could be crucial here. But yeah, the really great hook from Batu, who missed his hook now. If he would have hit that, he would get a lot of damage from the tower.
Both lanes healing back up again immediately.
Yeah, and Lucian and Nami are still level 1, so they're... Yeah, now they got level 2. The pressure is not that high on the bot side. You see that... Are the Sloths doing the blue before Symbiose just gets there? Oh no, he left the blue. Okay. So they invaded blue. So there's a 3 buff start for Sejuani.
Yeah, very well done with Sloths in my opinion. Like they used their upper hand in the bot lane to get something out of it. And it's just a buff, but it is a buff in the first 4 minutes, and that is basically the equivalent of huge. I'm just like surprised by how intelligent that player is. I think a lot of teams don't come up with ideas like that.
Yeah, but you can get that because the bot lane couldn't push. Oh,
Now the engage on the bot lane. Liao is there once again. This is not looking good for Miwai. Is getting stunned once again there, and that will be first blood for with Sloths, and it goes to Kinetic. So exactly the person you want to give it to in this scenario.
Yeah, and you see that this was all due to the early skirmish that went on bot lane. You could get the invade on the bot side. You could get the push. Oh, the hook.
Nice hook there on the bot lane. However, nothing resolving from that. Now, maybe the attempt from Aurora. Jarvan is coming to the bot side. But however, Nami is not there. and the Rift bot side decides to back. Also on the top side, we can see that Fiora constantly has the pressure there, so really putting Gwen under the tower. Doing a great job at that. Also, Gwen already had to use her TP to get back. On the mid lane now, Akali, good use of the invisibility there.
Yeah, but Beacon is level 6 now, so the damage and the engage is there.
Yeah, also junglers there, or actually supports there from both sides. Also junglers in the vicinity. Not sure if something will come out of that. Both junglers find each other now.
Oh,
There is Sejuani as
hits
well.
it.
Bekan does get the solo kill on the Akali, and in the meantime, Sejuani and Nautilus are able to take out Nami. That didn't go the way Aurora planned, and with that, with SLOTHS has a 2k gold lead in this first game of, well, after the break. And they are in a good spot, especially with both Bekan and MF already taking a small lead against their adversaries.
And you see the SLOTHS already going hard in the early stages of the game. Pretty strong with the gank setup from Nautilus and Sejuani. And of course Beacon, who can just hit an Akali because of he sees her of the ignite and just hit R and slice her up. And then they just do the Fire Dragon.
Yeah, Jarvan now on the bot lane. Question is, will they do something with it?
Oh, bubble
A
hit.
lot of damage there on Kinetic. Jarvan is of course still there as well, but he's coming in
level
a
6.
little too late to still get his EQ combo out and hit it. Therefore no kill for Aurora just yet. Maybe they will go for the dive here. However, no level 6 on Jarvan just yet, or on anybody from on the side of Rift. On the other hand, MF is 6 and has her ultimate, and will use it here to clear the wave, to make it
So they
harder
don't get-
for them to
yeah.
dive.
They do it anyway, and the flash EQ comes out.
Yeah, Kinetic
And
is on the one. They
Symbiosis
do a
not
lot of
getting
damage.
it.
They
Oh
get the
my
kill.
God.
Nice kiting there from Kinetic. And not able to get the kill there on the Jarvan. The Q wasn't up to secure it.
I would be so tilted after it didn't work. Goddamn. But yeah, the Kinetic really did a good job with ulting the wave, so they can't. They have to choose if they want to.
Yeah, basically they
Still
had to
wave.
dive from the head without any minions to take the first few
Hello?
shots. Sejuani, what are you doing to
Oh,
this
the
Nami?
Guardian! The Guardian and the heal. So lucky for me, right, that Lon didn't back here and he used the Nami, the Guardian passive activation to not die here. Damn. I don't know if it was luck or it was just, how do you call it, planned.
Calculated.
It was calculated, yes. It was calculated.
Yeah. Right now, apart from bot lane, with SLOTHS really starts to look dominant in every lane, and our Aurora tries to take an advantage of that here. However, these Jarvan gangs just don't seem to work out for them today.
No, the Ristovs are really moving pretty well on the inside and outside of the thing.
A little bit of a face-off between the AD carries. They're testing the damage now in the mid lane. Bekan going in a little bit there. Ooh, both to using the ultimate, and it won't be enough. That's of course the advantage over Lucian. He can move out of the MF ultimate doing his own and still be dealing damage. Maybe not the perfect angle there from Kinetic. Now the engage there from Aurora. They will get bar 2. And with that, yet another kill here. Fighting their way back. Nami Q does not hit there. Else
Kali
that might
still
have ended
does.
in another kill.
Kali still did some damage. Decay in Akari is for killing, so you know that's what the K stands for.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, Dragon is going to be there in like 43 seconds, and now supporters and junglers are going to set up that Dragon. You need like 30 seconds to get to the Dragon from the base. So there's some poke from Beacon and Aksu. And the wave is going to be pushed out so they can ward and be early on the Dragon. So bot side buffs are going down to be taken down, so effects can be taken into the team fight. Maybe if there's one, or the catch. And then what do we have? And no, he's not to be taken down.
No
But
objectives right now on the. Oh, actually, the Drake did already spawn, but both teams seem to ignore it for now.
If Rift see Java on top, they will probably go for the Dragon, yes, and they are. But Lax is going to maybe take a kill, or he try.
Ooh, he definitely tries, but he won't get it. Fiora just a little too mobile for that.
Ooh, the
and
flash
now the
hook.
dive on the bot lane from Batu. MF ultimate did deal a lot of damage, and they do get the kill in the end. Had to work hard for it though. Kinetic also had to tank the tower there quite a lot, but of course gets rewarded with some nice platings now and an assist. And Wift will also be able to take a Dragon out of this. Meanwhile, on the top side, Aurora takes the best they can get from their kill by popping Rift Herald and getting a lot of platings and probably tower there as well. It will be first tower of the game also for them. So definitely still not out of the game here. Also, in terms of gold, we can see that it's very equal.
Yeah, but what you maybe didn't see there, Sejuani just killed Lucian with a smite. Just smite the enemy and kill him.
Oh, was it Smite? I wasn't
Yes.
sure if it was Smite or like the leash.
Which leash?
Yeah, the like longer range Sejuani spell.
Oh, the W where she hammers that one.
Is it the W?
Yes.
I
where she swings with her flail.
yeah.
Okay. No, it was a smite.
Crazy.
It's also that has to feels bad, man, to get killed by smite. And Fiora is doing Fiora stuff, just crushing sideways, queuing in when she has graphs, so she can heal. Yeah, and what do we have here? Kali on the first item already, Jarvan on the first item, Fiora on the first item. It looks like Aurora is ahead because of the gold they got from the tower on top. But it doesn't feel like it.
Maybe looking
Rift-
for the engage there. Sejuani ultimate does not quite hit
TP.
perfectly. Nami ultimate
Therefore
as
bot.
a disengage, and now the TP coming down. Aurora wants to know. They immediately go on to Kinetic. There's the Cataclysm. They will get the kill. They will get Badu as well. That's 2 for nil going to Aurora here.
And they also get a tower on top. And then you see that Aurora learned some stuff against their first game against the Sloths. So they
They're really stepping it up here in the mid game. Like their early game, they were losing a little bit to the Rift Sloths, but now they are taking the right decisions and especially punishing the mistakes of Rift Sloths.
Yeah, they have to match Beacon here. It's going for the shield bow, pretty much a lot of sustain. Plays very aggressive. So yeah, the next Rift Herald is up, so you can also take that and maybe get another tower. But Aurora is ahead. They have 2 towers. They're on their 3rd. They want to open the map so Fiora can push better, split push better.
Now Rift Herald is being taken here by Aurora. Not contested in any way by the Sloths.
Yeah, and this should be in Hackstack, so right? I think it's bugged. Yes, the spectator comes close again.
He can. Nice knock up there. Not following up on that with the ultimate though. Even though Sejuani is around. Now Rift Herald is being popped there in the mid lane from Aurora. Meaning that they really want to push there. Maybe Kinetic will use the ultimate once again to clear the wave. No, they easily get Rift Herald out as Aurora tries to get Liao there. However, knockup doesn't quite connect for them. Now we are getting into a very passive pace here on both sides. No team wanting to make mistakes as they know they could lose the game by that. If Sloths gives up the Drake, they already got 2, so they can give up 1.
Yeah, and now Lex is taking the top tower. With the help of Batu and Leo.
Good backup there to like keep the Fiora away.
Yeah, Kali is on the bot side, pushing that wave in. AD carries on the mid lane. So they can rotate faster. Then you have the island top lane. Yeah, but what to do? Game is really even, so Lashen and Looney, Lashen and Lumi, damn, Lucian and Nami. Damn, my head today is in a different place. Damn. Well, the bot lane, it's easier to say. Therefore, they are strong. They are almost on a 2nd item. Kinetic has his 2nd item.
Ooh, Fiora now in a bit bad position there. will try to get out there. Ultimate already out. Nice Sejuani ultimate to catch her. And that will be the kill and will be the first one for Lex. Question is, what will he be able to do with it? Will definitely help him to meet the Fiora on the top lane. And I think we're also getting to a point where Gwen can meet a Fiora. Ooh, a lot of damage there from Haku. He can't really has to play carefully. Not over. Doesn't hit the shuriken there. Else this might have been the death of Bikan.
Yep.
Now the re-engage, ultimate is coming in, Sejuani is also on the way. But they decide against it.
There you see damage, and he gets how much gold? 61, just for pressing a button.
And now the re-engage there from with Sloths, a lot of damage coming out already. They don't quite get Lucian, but force him to flash out of the situation, of course, and now Lex is there as well. And they will at least get the Jarvan here. That being the jungler, they may see an opening now for Baron. But 5 against 4, it might still be a risky one, especially because Batu is also quite low already. Maybe they are just setting it up here. Now they engage there with a hook that nicely hits. Will they get the Fiora though? That's the question. Bikan is there. They do get the Fiora. They even get the Nami on top of that. And now they can go for Baron. Jarvan still not back in the map.
Very well played from the Rift Sloths, taking one after the other and just take the Baron here. And then still have 1 minute for Dragon, so they can push up the waves, get some vision for the Dragon, fight in a minute, and then just roll over Aurora here.
Jarvan sneaking in to the Sloths jungle to steal the Baron. And Aurora maybe setting up a bit of a trap here for Liao. However, he knows better is to go there. Now they're looking in the mid lane, but Sejuani ultimate to stop it all right away.
Yeah, if Lucian ults there, he gets almost 80% of his ult off before someone can dodge. So you still have some stuff. It's going around here.
Now with the Baron, of course, with Sloths pushing that mid lane out, getting the tower. They're all grouped together, and it is Aurora who are looking for the engage though. They do go onto Liao, but Bikan and Lex are immediately into their backline. They get Lucian and Nami, there's the double kill. Then they get the Jarvan on the other side of the fight. And with that, 3 members of Aurora down. And most likely the tier 2 tower of the mid lane. They will push for tier 3 as well.
Yeah, and that also looks like the fast end, I think. No, they're just gonna back with the Hextech, so with the Hextech, so damn, my brain is not on the right place today.
You mean
the
with
Hextech gates?
With the Hextech gates, but they're also one step closer to a Hextech soul right now, as they have taken down yet another Drake. So next one will be soul point for them. And if they don't get caught too much between now and that upcoming Drake, it will most likely go to them, as they have built a pretty solid lead in the last 2 fights.
Oh, nice from Liao to knock back the blue buff into the brush, so it can't be stolen away. yeah, Rishlos don't have Baron anymore. And it pushed quite some stuff. It also gets harder and harder for Aurora to kill the minion waves because they scale with. Oh, we have to engage.
Yeah, another engage there from Aurora. Immediately the TP's coming in, though they don't manage to get down Kinetic, unfortunately, for Aurora. And they get taken apart here also on the bot lane. Vikan against Hax, who looks quite good for him. Will the tower shot be enough? Yes! It will be a 1-for-1 in the end. But it doesn't matter because the rest of SLOTHS was able to totally destroy the team fight. And this should be game in this third game of the day, with SLOTHS taking another win against Aurora and strengthening their position at the top of the ladder and joining, I think, AURORA Esports in the 6-1.
Will that not be the game next week if we're in the second one? It will be, right?
What?
The AURORA Esports against SLOTHS will be.
No, it's actually, I think, part of the week that got delayed.
It is?
Isn't it?
No, AURORA lost one game against SLOTHS. So I think it will be a rematch, and that will be either on Friday or on Wednesday.
Let's check. Schedule week 5.
But yeah, this game, Rift.
No. AURORA Esports is part. Yeah, AURORA Esports was with SLOTHS is part of the week that got delayed. So, yeah, I mean, that's amazing because this probably very decisive game for the top will be played right at the end of the league. So, yeah, and then there's of course Dynasty as well, still playing around that top of the game, around that top of the league, who we will be seeing in this last game of the day against Once Upon a Team, which are still waiting for their first win. Maybe it will be today against Dynasty, but of course they have a very tough opponent in them. Dynasty also the only team that has been able to take down the SLOTHS so far. And yeah, we will go into a quick break before that game, but before I send you into the break, quick reminder that we are collecting donations during this live stream and the three upcoming game days, and of course you can also donate in between streams. You can donate both through PayPal or through the organization directly, and all donations will go to ABAP to help earthquake victims in Turkey and Syria by providing shelter, food, and medical supplies. So yeah, every donation, no matter how small, is greatly appreciated. Maybe you can just not take a coffee at Starbucks tomorrow and give those $3 to some people in need. They will greatly appreciate it. We will greatly appreciate it. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, take a quick bathroom break and we will see each other for the last game of the day.